What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants. No hate. So, listen, you guys know that Jerron Boots Ennis has signed with Matchroom. Now, this is where I spoke in the video, and like I said, why haven't people reached out to the Saudis by now? The fact that they see the platform is there, the fact that they see that, hey, look, man, we're putting the best cards on, and the money's here. Now, let me tell y'all something. Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren are out here playing chess, you know, and like with this Matchroom versus Queensberry situation, and you know, you saw the little animated, the little short movie that they put together to promote this fight. That was well done, you know. And listen, they're thinking outside the box. And this is what has to happen, man, because in business, let me tell you something, multi-billion-dollar corporations have crumbled due to, you know, ego, bad business. You get to a certain point, and then you start to feel like you can do no wrong. Well, listen, Jerron Ennis being with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn being affiliated with the Saudis, there's no reason this fight between Jerron Boots Ennis and Terrence Bud Crawford shouldn't happen. So if he wants $25 million, okay, that's doable. Let's be real. Now, did he make $25 million against Errol Spence? It's obviously not. That's why he has to ask for $25 million. I want $25 million. Okay, well, otherwise you make what you make in your next fight what you made in your previous fight. And once again, if you look at who's there, nobody's going to pay him that. So it's like, okay, we got the $25 million. You want to fight Boots? Let's go. Let's make it happen. You don't, and here's the thing about it, okay? Take the fanboyism out of it. You don't hear Terrence Crawford calling nobody's name that he wants to fight at 147 pounds. Yet, that's where he's unified champion. His interest is in a higher weight class against other people that he doesn't have a title in. He's been stripped already. So, you see, like Devin Haney was champion at 135. He's looking at guys at 140. And he's, like he always said, Devin would always say, whatever, you know, as long as it makes sense. Like, look, I want to fight the best fighters. He said, between 135 and 140, he said that, you know, there's no question, no mystery that it's really tough for me to make weight at 135. But he was willing to make weight to fight against Tank. Now, we know Tank starts this rehydration clause stuff and all that, and okay. So, at the end of the day, what did Haney do? He relinquished his titles at 135 pounds, okay, and fights full-fledged at 140. Terrence Crawford is still champion at 147 with 3 belts, okay? And we know that Boots has one of his belts. You know, he has the WBC. So point is, we know that Terrence Crawford is not the superstar that people try to make him out to be. And so the whole point with that is, well, you're asking for something that nobody's going to give you outside of the Saudis. So you better believe, and Eddie Hearn signing Jerron Boots Ennis, he has plans for this guy. He already said he wanted to make him champion, like, in multiple weight classes, you know, undisputed champion in all, multiple weight classes. Now, why do you think American fighters are feeling the need to go across the pond? So I just did a video where, you know, Sean Porter was saying for Inoue to really become a really big star, he's going to have to come to the States. Like, no. You got guys in the States that can't even become big stars, and they're born there. You understand what I mean? You're from the U.S., but you have to go and sign a deal with someone from the UK. So what does that tell you? That doesn't mean that his fights won't still be in America, of course, but there's fights that, look, there's Matchroom fighters, there's fighters, period, that, you know, Jerron Boots Ennis can fight. You got to remember something. Terrence Crawford is what, 35, 36. He's coming towards the end of his career now. So all of this comparing him to Floyd and talking about what Floyd did and to try to justify points, that means absolutely nothing. Especially when you sit there trying to compare what Floyd did, and here's a guy whose money can't compare with Floyd's. So it's obvious that Floyd has the business savvy that none of these other guys have. These guys still haven't woke up. So if you want to sit and compare or try to, at least learn, what did Floyd do? Why was he able to do these things and I'm not? Okay, when you plan your exit strategy, who the hell is Terrence Crawford going to fight to make $100 million? Okay, no, $200 million, because that's what Floyd made against Pacquiao. Then he made $300 million against McGregor. Now, who is Terrence Crawford going to fight and he's going to get that kind of money? Nobody. Not even if he fights in Saudi Arabia. But he's not trying to fight anybody at 147. He's not talking about anybody. Okay, there's nobody there that's going to get him that kind of money that he's asking for. Now, Jaron Boots Ennis, on the other hand, once his stock goes up as well, I don't know what they'll offer Jaron Ennis. They might just say, like I said, they might say 50-50. Or if they don't see the value in Boots to the degree of paying him $25 million, and it's just, let's give him 25 and Terrence Crawford 25 to make this fight happen. And of course, Boots is a matchroom fighter now. So yeah, Eddie Hearn, of course, he wants his guy to win. Now, in terms of the Saudis, this guy Turkey, Ala Sheikh, or whatever he called himself, in terms of him and them and how they see what, in terms of business, I believe they would lean towards Boots as well, simply because he's a younger guy, he's affiliated with Matchroom, you understand what I mean? And there's work to be done and money to be made. You see, so as far as Terrence Crawford getting the money that he wants, hey, listen, fight Jaron Boots Ennis, make this fight happen. Now there won't be any excuse about the money's not right, or trying to make it like Jaron Ennis didn't do enough to earn a shot. If you're not going to fight anybody else at 147, then relinquish the titles and move up. You see, the thing is, Terrence Crawford is in a position, and people don't want to acknowledge this. See, they keep talking about what he did against Bud. Okay, that's one fight. He did what he did. Bravo. We salute you. You fuck Errol Spence all the way up. Keep talking about what he did against Errol Spence. Yeah, you beat the hell out of Errol Spence. Okay, next, on to the next one. So if you're going to continue to fight, you don't plan on retiring, then it's like you're in a position you can't make Fundora fight you. You can't make anybody fight you. Just like Boots can't make you fight him. There's just no logical explanation as to why him and Boots can't fight. You see, and then this is where you got to block the fan stupidity out, because according to Bud Crawford fans, Errol Spence is overrated. Oh, that boy ain't shit. He was overrated. Okay, so if that's true, then that means Terrence Crawford's win didn't mean nothing, because all he did was beat up an overrated hype job, according to you guys. So if he beat a guy that wasn't shit in the first place, well then, yeah, why would anybody really make a big deal out of Terrence Crawford if everybody saw it the way y'all see it? This is what I mean about people. As soon as a guy loses a fight, he ain't shit, he's overrated. But at the same time, look at Errol's accomplishments, right? So, bottom line, out of all what he accomplished, Bud beat him. And for Errol to move on and say, okay, he wants, this next fight at 154, whatever, for a title shot. If he gets it, you guys are sitting here crying, talking about, oh man, that's fucked up because Spence beat him. Yeah, at 147. So the same way Spence is saying, all right, if we're going to rematch, it's going to be at 147, not 154. Okay then, how the hell is Crawford just going to walk into 154 demanding title shots because of what he did at 147? These guys got two different career paths. Now, do they fight again? I don't know. And pretty much everybody feels like Errol Spence will lose again. You understand? At least it's like 98% of people think Terrence Crawford will beat him again if they fight again. Don't matter what weight class. They're saying at 154 they think, Spence will do better, but he still loses. So at the end of the day, it's not about begging Floyd Mayweather for no damn to put money up. Like I said, people talking about Floyd could do this and Floyd could do that. Terrence Crawford's a fucking free agent. And like he said, he can actually do what he wants. Okay then. If you choose to fight Jaron Ennis, If they tell you we got the 25 million, let's give him the benefit of a doubt, and Crawford says, cool, let's make it happen. And it's obvious this is going to be on the Saudi card, if that was to happen. But at the end of the day, listen, Crawford is asking for money that he's never made. And bottom line is, his stock isn't to where, yeah, Crawford's that guy. Like, he's the money guy. He that guy generates money. You see, so he has to understand, humble himself. And I'm not saying don't try to get the money that you want, but for you to be inactive and not in the ring because you're holding out, trying to land that money fight, you're only hurting you're only hurting yourself. So you might even get that money, but your last fight might be a loss. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't, and you know, when guys of a fighter of that caliber, they don't want to go out with a loss. And then they try to come back and, all right, I want to go out with the win. And they might come back and have that one fight too many. And then it's like, nah, he's done. Just saying. He might go out undefeated. Who knows? I like Crawford as a fighter, but this isn't about who I like and don't like. This is about, and I like Jerron Boots Ennis as a fighter. This is a point of, hey, listen, you guys need to make this shit happen. And, lose the ego and understand, you guys are fighters first. And that's the one difference with the Saudis, is they're about making these fights happen. So if you want this money, you know how it goes. You know what you have to do. And let's just be real. Like I said, there's no reason that this fight should not happen. No reason. The money's there. I'm sure the interest is there. That's not just an intriguing fight, but it's a fight that should happen, because, see, you got to understand, if Terence Crawford's idea was to win the championship, then vacate, okay, I just wanted to win it, okay, then cool. But he's holding on to the titles, which means you're holding up the division if you don't want to fight. If you're holding titles, that's like, if Devin Haney, imagine Devin Haney still being champion at 135, but he's campaigning at 140 and have yet to get back in the ring at 135. So when these guys are getting stripped of titles and all that, it's like, okay, cool, no problem. I see what I have to do. I can't dwell on this one win that I have against one particular fighter. Okay? I have to move forward. Imagine Devin Haney sitting on the Lomachenko fight. No. You beat Lomachenko, it's on to the next one now. Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence, it's on to the next one now. It's your career. So the money's there, the interest is there. The Saudis already sent an offer to Tank Davis. He declined it. So you understand what I'm saying? You guys got to think outside the box and put yourselves in the best possible position that you can get in. And if Deontay Wilder has jumped ship, now all of a sudden all these PBC heads calling him a sellout, calling him fake, but it's his own fault as well. But bottom line, you see what your support system is, right? As long as you're doing what people think you should be doing, that's what it comes down to. Now that he's jumped ship, where's the support now? Now he's a sellout and a hypocrite. Jerron Boots Ennis, he went and did what he had to do. His situation is completely different. He ain't had no beef with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. But bottom line is, now all of a sudden, these people have so much to say. Well, it doesn't matter. There's reasons why Deontay Wilder did what he did. There's reasons why Jerron Boots Ennis did what he did. There's reasons for that. I mean, let's just be real. Even Jermaine Franklin, not that he's not with Matchroom, but bottom line is, he went and had 2 fights and got more notoriety fighting outside of America than he did in America. Nobody knew who he was. You understand what I mean? So when your career is at a standstill and it's not moving the way you want, you have to always have a plan B, plan C, plan D, especially in a game of boxing. Because boxing, there's money involved, lots of money involved. Everybody wants your spot. So everybody's trying to maneuver around to be that guy. Once again, there's no reason that this fight shouldn't happen. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Now that Jerron Boots Ennis is signed to Matchroom, do you think this fight is more likely to happen right now than before? Because, hey, now money being the situation won't be the situation now. Talk to me in the comment section, y'all. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.